Oh, come on there. There we go. You know what? Have you noticed on sewing machines that, you know, you can set the needle to be all the way down or up when you stop. So no matter when you stop, the needle's,
how do you know about sewing
needle's
machines?
all the way down or all the way up.
that?
And you get to pick where it is.
How do you know that?
What? I sew.
Okay.
All right. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, why can't...
Cardinal coffee.
That's not our trash there. So, you know what? I mean, if you really want to know, I guarantee if you go through all the trash, you'll find something with their name on it.
Yeah.
But not that you want, I don't recommend that. I'm not going to do it for you.
Maybe we'll make a sign. Construction waste for this job site only.
Yes.
Usually we don't have that problem in the mountains here.
No.
I could see in a city how you could have that happen.
Yeah.
Well, let's build something and stop talking about trash.
Enough trash talk.
Yeah.
Okay. We got stuff. We got good stuff.
So today is the last day of interior wall framing, and we're hoping to get on to the roof overhangs and stuff like that, like Monday. We're gonna get this huge load of fir timbers, and that's what's really gonna make this look awesome with the
Yeah, it
overhangs
is.
and all the porches that are framed out of timbers.
I got to give my buddy a call here in a minute and confirm our delivery.
Like a Superman.
Yeah, that's right.
So stupid.
Thank you.
We're gonna change something though, and we talked about it before. What are we doing?
Well, every good new house needs to have some remodeling done to it before it's done. We're going to enlarge the master closet. I said, gee, for such a nice house, I feel like the master closet could use a little extension.
Yeah.
And so we're going to do that. We're going to build out onto the deck framing, actually.
Okay.
And we were talking about it, and she was deciding whether she would do it or not. And I told her time to decide is just running out. And if she didn't pull the trigger really soon, then it would not happen.
So you can advertise now on your whatever online dating thing, the extra closet space.
Oh gosh,
Remember?
yes. Yeah. Oh, great. Thank you. Whoa.
His and hers, I don't know.
Are you advertising too? You got a really good man cave downstairs.
Oh yeah, man cave available.
They're going to have
Oh.
to finish it out.
To begin this renovation here, we're going to transfer some lines outside by cutting a slot in the sheathing, exactly where the edge of the framing will go. Now, you could try to find it and stuff like that and drill a hole, but I've got a quick little trick for you. What I like to do is start a little gap by taking my chisel here, and I'm just gonna drive it in just enough to get a little gap between the framing. And then I'm gonna grab the handiest tool ever here and just start a little cut. And when I hit the sheathing, I'm just gonna drag the blade and press a little bit till it pops out. You're good. Now I have a line outside where I need to cut it. All right, I'm about eye level. Eric.
I'm right here.
Oh, there you are. All right, again, I got a place where I can look. I can put my Sawzall blade all the way until I can contact the back of the sheathing. Now, if you had to just cut through these two pieces of wood to
It'd take
get
a while.
there, you would burn up a blade before you even got there. So this is really easy, and you can see here. There, it's that easy. We cannot, at this point, cantilever back into the floor system because we've already installed too much that we don't want to remove. I would dare say, though, that this thing could hang on the side of the house all by itself without being really lapped back in, right? And that's kind of what we're counting on. But we also have this wonderful, strong floor framed here for the deck that we can utilize. We just have to kind of box around a section of it that we're going to now turn into interior space. And what does that mean? Well, it has to be insulated. It has to be flashed from the outside so rainwater can't blow into it. And it's got to be insulated all the way around the top. With all that said, I don't really think it's going to be too bad. I'm going to say that we got lucky, actually. Looking at where the saw cut is through the wall right there, it's just outside of a joist, which is fantastic. And if you look over here, look. This line right there with the cut, again, is just outside.
Yeah, so that way our flashing or whatever,
We can,
our rain
yes.
exterior, the exterior plane can go right out there
Yes.
and down.
If we had been just inside of that, I would have been tempted to make it bigger so that it wasn't inside. So I feel like we really lucked out. This floor framing is going to be very accommodating.
Jamie's got one section of sheathing sawed loose with the framing. We're gonna see if we can kick it one time.
We're gonna snap this thing open like a can of tuna fish. All right.
Who gets to do it? I mean, I think Jono's got the biggest foot
I
here.
don't know. Ray was fighting it up this weekend.
All right, let's
No,
talk.
you got the injured heel. Let Jono's got it.
Less talking.
Whose phone is that up there that's gonna fall on the floor? Wow.
All right, I'm gonna leave the zip tape if you want.
Okay, I'm gonna push my end out, Ray.
Okay.
And try to grab it. Okay.
Okay, and the zip tape, you'll have to just ease it on down there.
What?
Yep.
Yeah, that held pretty good.
How about it? Not bad, not bad.
Got you a little mini stage right here. Just throw that down wherever you like.
As much as I would love to recover this material, it will cost more in time than it's worth,
Yeah.
sadly.
I'm gonna try to start to figure out what we need to pack out on top here with. Looking at 2 inches difference. I got an idea, Jamie. Let's try just packing up 3 solid layers of this 5/8 and see if it stacks out
Okay,
close. I bet it will.
okay, because I don't know if I have any more of the X Factor on site here.
Okay. 3 little chunks of zip roof. The potential floor.
I see it. Oh, it's right there, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is right
So if
there.
we put 1 layer of subfloor adhesive, that'll give us a 16th.
Okay,
So let's do that.
got it.
Another thing that Jono and Arlo are working on with this framing is packing out this outside corner with solid framing. So they're having to get the angle down here, and Arlo's using an angle finding guide for that, and then rip this pie-shaped piece or pieces that will slip in there, making something solid for the drywall, corners to nail to, and make this a finished, nice piece of framing. Arlo's got the piece here. From your experience, if you don't give the drywallers a nailer, what do?
Hard saying what they do. It's like
They will at least call you and give you some nice words of encouragement to come back.
or else they like leave it flapping in the breeze and it just breaks apart later.
We've got both of these pieces installed now, and John is fine-tuning it with a hand plane so that the corner is nice and precise, and everything will be good to go. Yeah, that looks great.
Well, now that we have this opening, now I told you we were going to go 2 feet out because that'd be nice. But that was just really my trick to get you to get this wall to go away, to consider now how big of a closet you could have. All right. So I just got to take you step by step until you have the closet of your dreams.
Wow, this is what dreams are made of.
So,
right
I
here.
mean, 2 feet, I mean, double that, you're at 4. You got a potential for 10. You know, they make more concrete in 8x8s. We could go 20.
So,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, 2 feet then. Final decision.
Final decision.
Okay.
So go ahead with 4.
2 feet, yeah.
Monday night, and it is 8:20, and I just got home after work and basketball practice and everything else during the day, and that's why I'm thankful for today's video sponsor, Factor Meals. Tonight I'm going with the garlic and herb roasted mushrooms, which is delicious. So if you didn't know, these Factor Meals are chef prepared, dietitian approved, never frozen, and they have nice eclectic flavors, which I really love. They're never boring. I have not really had any that I don't like.
Sarah's in grad school, so she's also been enjoying some Factor meals. What's your favorite?
The vegetarian tamale bowl is delicious,
Sounds delicious.
and I like the protein shake.
Oh, nice.
Boys have a good practice?
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice.
Actually, I didn't have a very good practice.
You didn't have a good one? We ran full court press the whole practice tonight, breaking it and running it. So it was a lot. And my other favorite part about these meals is there's no mess, even though this has tons of fresh ingredients. That would have been a huge mess if I'd have made a meal like this myself. I don't have time to clean up a huge mess tonight. Nice. Ooh, it's hot. Little Texas Pete on there too. So these Factor meals are super delicious. They are faster than fast food, and they cost a lot less than takeout, which I love. And they're all super delicious. Like, they're the kind of meal where I could actually eat more if there was more, just because it tastes so good. I've never left my plate not empty on these. So if you're short on time like me, but you still like to eat good, make sure to get your own Factor meals. You can head to factor75.com, and then if you use my promo code Perkins50, you'll get 50% off your first box, which is a great deal. I highly recommend it. Thank you, Factor Meals, for sponsoring our video. Let's get back to work. We did convince Ramel to go an extra 3.5 inches in the closet extra. I don't think she'll regret it. Trying to get this blocking in, flush on the top, and square down and all that stuff.
You got some lines?
No, I was just using my speed square. I'm doing a little up down right now. I'm just nailing the top, and then I'm using my speed square, which Ray has, or it's laying over. Oh, it's laying over there.
No? Yeah.
Yep. To check that way, give that a little bump. Nail the bottom. And do the other side. I've got the floor framing complete now, and the outside edge of all this blocking you see will be the outside perimeter of our wall framing, so that it lines up and our sheathing can now run down across that and through this rest of the floor system. So I'm gonna go and deck that out. We'll go up with the walls. Another little bit of framing we gotta get done today is to finish these gable end trusses, we'll call them. They're not trusses, they're just little sections of wall, because we didn't get trusses that went out right at the edge of this bump out. It just wasn't on layout, so we decided we could build them in place. So really quickly, the guys have got these boards run out so that the top plate of this wall ends up in plane with the top of these trusses. They got one up there, and then they got top plates put in, and you're just gonna stick it in. Is that the plan?
I think so.
I mean, it's almost foolproof, isn't it?
Will not say almost. Should be.
Yeah, I think you got it figured out. I am looking, and it's like planing out with all the rest of the trusses. So
I have done two things this morning today that I did not plan on being a part of. So this was one I thought about, like, Jamie will do that. No way he'll make me do this.
2.5.
And then the one in there with the compound
2.5.
miter.
Oh, yeah.
So,
So, well, I'm gonna go down. You guys completely have this. I'm just wanted to check it out.
way
So
to go, Ray.
it all looks good.
It's gonna be great.
Yeah, it is gonna be great. So this actually saved the homeowner money, because 2 of these trusses that ran all the way through just to get us this one little section for this sheathing to sit on, or the overhang to run across, we figured out would have been like an extra $800 or something. So as long as y'all can build this for cheaper than $800, we're good.
Okay, Ray, if we're here.
We're only going to charge you $750.
$750, $799.99.
Right, I'm on Ray's time now.
Yeah. got that one layer tacked, but I don't have any subfloor adhesive or the Tetra Grip nailer or any of that stuff here. So I'm gonna just stack all 3 layers like sandwich and then run big screws in, like 3-inch plus framing screws through all the layers and just tie it all down like that. And I don't think it'll squeak with that. Third and final layer going down here. Heads up.
All right. Wow. I didn't know you were going to throw it.
Jamie did a bead of through the roof, I think is what he had in his truck, which is a
through the roof.
kind of like Lexel, except I think it has some UV inhibitors as well, but it'll help stick those joints together.
That's what I'm hoping.
Bond it. So I think that turned out amazingly flush.
Yeah, it's actually perfect. I mean, you couldn't do any better.
For what we just did right then, I mean... Got our wall framing done, and I've plumbed it in this direction. It's just sitting there with no brace. I like grabbed it and just yanked it until it was plumb. Now we can apply our zip sheathing. Jamie just was like, "Is this plumb?" And went,
That's no big
"Do you want to check it?"
Yeah.
Big stick. Jamie had to mark these lines on the zip sheathing because it's not 16 on center from either end, and that may seem like a mistake, I guess.
It would look that way, but
it was on purpose because there's going to be closet brackets that mount on the inside of this to mount shelving, like at probably 2 heights. I wanted the brackets to be like centered, even if they're not equidistant from the end, the space in the middle to end. At least the 2 in the middle are centered in the middle and not like off to one side, which I hate for whatever reason.
Yeah.
I mean, it's going to get covered with clothes, but when I'm installing them, and they're just like lopsided to one side, the brackets, I hate it. So that was the reason for that. These 2 are center. You can see actually marked center. And then I was like, nah,
no.
I'm going to split the center so I can have 2 brackets and then end.
Yeah, I don't like to go more than 32-inch spacing on the closet rod brackets.
Yeah,
You know,
and
they
that's
have a little-
31 from there to there.
Yeah.
16,
And then, yeah.
31. So.
Yeah, so 1 in the center in the corners, that wouldn't have been enough in my mind, so
No.
you need the actual,
Yeah, so there's all the details if you're wondering. We're trying to do better at giving you real details here. Not that we're bad at it, but everything is like, it's all up here all the time.
It's all there. And if you really...
Was I doing
mean,
just the crazy?
Yeah, no, you were talking about you, though. If in the case we need to spread these 2 center ones apart from each other and get a little more equidistant, then we simply lay a flat stud that faces the inside of the room.
And maybe we should do that.
And we might.
Also, while we're going down the rabbit hole,
Okay.
do we want to do a similar thing anywhere out here for any kind of... I don't think we're going to have regular shelving. I think it's all going to mount to this wall.
I do too. Currently, that is the plan. Basically, the area that this red board is, that will basically be representing the hanging space that your clothes will occupy.
Let's go ahead and screw on some flats, like from whatever, 3 feet up to 7 feet
We
up.
can do that, or we can check with her and make sure that's what she wants.
Yeah, I got it.
Big battery, 10 amps. That'll do it.
At the building symposium we were at, the guys were taping this seam for air infiltration. Like, we couldn't get in the wall cavity there. I don't know about that. Whether that's a good idea to tape
I
all
mean,
those.
it does protect the cut edge of the wood for...
No, I think it was
exposure
for air infiltration.
Oh,
Like,
no way.
but we're gonna seal the face through a window frame here, so I don't know how much air is gonna get to there. Not much. I don't know.
I'll come around.
This zip system makes everything way easier. If we had to come around and wrap all this with house wrap, like another layer.
I'm telling you,
That's
the one thing I don't miss about house wrap more than anything
Yeah.
is the staples in the staple gun.
Yeah.
Most annoying thing in the world.
You want to go check it out inside, see if it feels better?
Well, I hope it does. If it doesn't, shoot.
I mean, it's not much, but it was such a small closet that we like added a third more to
Yeah.
the closet.
Oh, definitely. I mean, if you can imagine, this is as far as you could walk before. Now you're all in here getting dressed.
Now,
Yeah, you know.
now you can go 2 or 2 easy.
Yeah, that was definitely worth it.
I think so too. I mean, it was a little bit to convince her that it's worth it, but I think it's so valuable.
Another good day out here, and we're ready to build our porch roofs now. So we're gonna shift gears to doing timber stuff, which is gonna be really fun. On Monday, we're gonna get the whole load of stuff, go crazy. Is that the plan?
Yeah, definitely. I don't know if I told you, but we have to get it delivered to my shop
Oh, I didn't know that.
instead of on site because
Oh.
we plan to pre-finish a bunch of it.
Oh,
So we would have to move it immediately. So let's just get it delivered to my place. We're gonna do our finishing, sand it back, finish again.
oh, so we're not building anything.
I mean, we
I
can
was
think
so
about building.
excited.
You can still be excited.